So the big picture for this lesson is similar solids. Here are two rectangular prisms, and the first thing I want to do is figure out if they're similar or not. Now, similar solids, the corresponding sides all have the same ratio. So in other words, 6 to 4 should equal 4.5 to 3 should equal 7.5 to 5. So 6 to 4 is 1.5. 4.5 to 3 equals 1.5. 7.5 to 5 also equals 1.5. So these are similar solids. Now I went ahead and calculated the surface area and volume for each solid. So for the smaller one, surface area is 94. And for the larger one, the surface area is 211.5. And remember, to find the surface area, you find the area of each surface and just add them all together. And then the volumes, the volume of the smaller one was 60, and the volume of the larger one was 202.5. And to find the volume, you just multiply all three numbers, because it's length times width times height. So let me show you what happens with surface area. Do the same type of ratio. I'm going to do 211.5 to 94. And that doesn't work out to 1.5. However, if you take the square root, what happens here is the square root of 211.5, that's about 14.54 rounded. And the square root of 94 is about 9.7 rounded. And that equals 1.5 rounded. So in other words, if these were easier numbers to do square roots, you would find the exact value is 1.5, but because we have to use the calculator and round a little bit, there is a little round off error here, but it does equal the same ratio, 1.5. Now for the volume, we're going to compare 202.5 to the 60. Well, that doesn't work out to 1.5, but if you do the cube root of each of these, and the cube root of 202.5 is about 5.87 rounded. Cube root of 60 is about 3.91 rounded, and that equals about 1.5 rounded. The same issue here, these aren't perfect cubes, so when you do the cube root on the calculator, there is a little round off error. So I got like 1.499 something, but just rounding it to 1.5. So what's the takeaway from all this? If you have solids where the scale factor is A to B, the ratio of the surface areas is A squared to B squared. And the ratio of the volumes is A cubed to B cubed. And you can use this fact to use proportions to solve for unknown measures of the solids or unknown surface areas. So for example, if you know the scale factor of the solids and I give you the surface area of one of the solids, you can use a proportion to find the surface area of the other solid, and the same with the volume. So that's the big picture for this lesson.